everyone, and welcome back to Shadows of Doubt. We've got a new murder case. This one is at Free Wagner's Hotel. Okay, that's interesting. We gotta go to the hotel. Okay, we made it just in time for the enforcers to do their thing. So yeah, I guess we'll also want to collect some... Oh, this is interesting. Take a look at this. Clearly, the perpetrator hasn't... First of all, let's see if we can help them out. There's boot prints here, and I just reconfigured my key binding, so yeah, it's 8. Alright. We have a size 5 shoe print here. Goes downstairs, so maybe that's the victims, maybe that's the perpetrators. Hard to say. Anyways, we'll gather some fingerprints here. Alright, so we've collected a lot of the fingerprints here, and honestly, I don't think any of them are going to be all that useful. So let's start processing the crime scene here. I mean, there's quite a few fingerprints, but none of them are particularly useful. Alright, well, I think we've identified our victim. We also got a shoe print here that we might want to take as well. Footprint, heel size 5. Let's also pin that. That might help. It usually doesn't. It's very rare that it does. Alright, we got an 8mm cartridge here. I thought ooh, we got several. Alright. Type CJ fingerprints. Alright, so there's that CJ fingerprint again. That's looking good. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's actually process the victim here. I don't see a message written on the wall, so... Alright. Victim... was shot. We already know... Well, we didn't really know, but we've confirmed that it's almost definitely an 8mm. Sometime between 1 and 215. Well, we know it's a lot narrower than that. Alright, we're gonna quickly take the fingerprints here. Yeah, CH was our victim's fingerprint. Alright, we got a crumpled paper here. Let's inspect. Oh boy! Alright. That will be pretty easy to do there. And we can get a fingerprint from it as well, probably. There we go. Yep, another CJ fingerprint. We don't need the one on the door anymore. Pretty sure we got this. Alright. So, let's learn a little bit more about our victim. They didn't have a computer, so that's not ideal. Got a letter here to their mother, except some weird stuff has been happening lately. Let's create our note here. And we'll pin it. We'll also pin this, okay. Except some weird stuff has been happening lately. Things of mine going missing from work. Some female. Coming around late at night. It's probably nothing. The city gets worse by the... Yeah, and then of course it cuts out. Diary entry. Or no, sorry, not. I can't have over surveillance. Female stalking around. Average height. Okay, so, we got some more information, unfortunately, through, the victim's wallet. The victim's name is Shiori Crutchfield. Her fingerprint is indeed CH, which we already established that. Yeah, that's about all that we got, but it helps put some things together with that. They worked at Iota Compounds, Group as an... I believe they were a safety officer. Yeah, safety officer. So there's some more information there. Are we gonna get anything else? This note could be useful. Alright, well, that's not exactly useful. I think we've got everything we need information-wise here. I mean, we've got, we should be able to figure out who the killer is based off of the note they left behind. So, let's go... Heck, we don't even have to go back to the station, you know, to the city hall there. There's a, directory. Heck, we could have done it in the suspect's apartment. We could have solved this before we left the suspect's apartment. But we will probably need access to the computer, plus I need to pick up the case resolution form. So, this only makes sense. Alright, so let's have a look through the city directory here. First of all, as soon as it stops picking, you know, popping stuff up there from grabbing the case resolution form. I mean, it's the same questions every time. Well, for this. Let's go ahead and pin that. We don't need that for right now. What we need is the crumpled paper. Okay, let's do it this way. So, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Usually it's the lowercase letters that should be capitalized and everything else should be lowercase. So we're looking for someone whose last name starts with a B or an M, and their first name starts with a B or an M. Yeah, well, I should say an M or a B, respectively. So, let's go straight to the B's and art there, I guess. There's an M Baka, but that doesn't work because we need an L in there. Any more M's? B's? There's an M Blanca. That works. B-L-A-N-C... Oh, wait. Sorry, Blanc, not Blanca. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that definitely works. M. Blanc. And they live in 1101 Wagner's Hotel. Let's check them out first before I do anything else here. Oop. Not my wand. Alright. Miriam Blanc. Their fingerprint is CJ. So that is indeed our suspect. I mean, that was pretty easy. 11 at 1101. We got that pinned already. Good, good. They're a company director. Interesting. And their shoe size is 5. Well, this is very, you know... size 5 shoe of the killer. While we're at it, what was Shiori's? What was Shiori's shoe size? That's a... bit of a mouthful there. Bit of a tongue twister. Yeah, shoe size 5. So they both the victim and their killer wore shoe size 5 shoe, I should say. Well, I think this pretty much wraps it up. I mean, before we... Alright, let's start putting some information in here, just so we can focus on a couple details. Oh. Right. I forgot to, in the actual name. There we go. Now we can start connecting things up a bit better. Alright, so, what is the name of the killer? Going with Miss Blanc. We haven't arrested him yet. Do you have evidence that places the killer at the scene of the crime? We most certainly do. Let's go with the fingerprint on the note. Where does the killer live? They live at 1101 Wagner's Hotel. Alright, so we just have to locate the murder weapon and arrest him. This is going really quickly here. Alright, hopefully they're in their hotel room. Now, if I'm not mistaken, 1101 is actually the penthouse, so we're going all the way to the top. Okay, 1101. Hard to say if the killer's in or not. What I want to do... What is the, okay, so there is a security camera. Oh, this is pretty lax for penthouse, you know. Too bad there's no security gates we can, you know, close to isolate this floor. That would be nice. Alright, no key. How do we want to do this? I guess we're just going straight in for the arrest, so... Okay, they are indeed home. Yes, shine the bright light in their face. We're gonna interrogate them. What's your name? Do you know this person? They actually given us a guest pass? Oh, this makes it so much easier. Alright. I mean, they probably have the gun on them. I mean, that just makes me a little bit worried. I mean, who lets someone into their apartment like this? So I believe we're looking for... Starting to get a little bit worried there for my safety in more ways than one. We could take their key. Seriously though, why did she let us search the place? I mean... They tend... Alright, so yeah, just a wonderful thing with starch cola there. Oh my. Well, okay. These are all letters to people in the fields. Usually means they've had a hard time in there getting close to discovering the truth of this world. The fields is not as good of a place as they make you think it is. Well, I mean, this makes it easy. No, I don't want to get it. This case has gotten really weird really quickly here. Yeah. We're handcuffing her in her underwear in her bedroom after she let us in. I feel like a complete sleaze here so far. There's a safe. This is a really nice apartment. What I love is that we're still under the pass here, so, you know. We're not trespassing yet. We're still allowed to be here with our arrest. I mean, I am doing this one completely legal beagle today. Okay, we got a Lazarus 5. That's probably it. Get that first. Remember, apparently it's not illegal to steal a paperclip. Therefore, it's not stealing. Oh yeah, her fingerprints are all over it. It would be nice if we could check in this game if a gun's been fired recently or something, you know, that would be really neat. Why do I have 100? Why did I pick up 100, What's that from? Well, we might as well, you know, be blunt with her. I don't have to necessarily make it stick. I just have to arrest you and get paid. I mean, what happens to you afterwards, truthfully, is none of my concern in this game. I mean, I'd like you to go to prison, although you've been very helpful thus far. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking ahead here. Since we've already somehow incurred a 100 credit fine, I'll just be taking that. Alright. Yep, we'll keep that unlocked. We're good to go. Alright, let's turn this case in. Okay, so before we do, let's just double check everything here. Oh, have we located the specific... See, this is why we double check. Yep, we're going with the Lazarus 5 that we found in the suspect's apartment. After having gone through the suspect's files, they live alone, so... Yeah. I shouldn't say apartment, it's a hotel room. Which is odd, but okay. Anyways, I guess they were being very picky about the real estate here. So far, I haven't seen anything in the echelons, and yeah, they probably want that. Alright, let's hand in the case. I mean, this is certainly up there on my list of short cases that have resolved themselves really quickly. Which is now making me worried here. Alright, check, 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 and check. Alright. This feels unsatisfying in a way. I don't feel satisfied with this. This feels rather, Okay, so let's just quickly do a side job here, because that case was way too quick and easy. So, outsourced arrest required by Sigma Enforcer Division. Handcuffs required. Suspect may be armed and dangerous, except at own risk. Suspect details available on acceptance. Let's accept it. Alright, so we are looking for an unknown citizen. 178 centimeters tall. Average build. Their partner's name is Eric. This is very much not much to go on, but hey, you know, just knowing their partner's name can come in handy, I suppose, for this. I mean, that should make this fairly quick and easy, I'd assume. I mean, how many Erics can there... Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Never. One Eric. This might be easier than I thought. Okay. Eric... Where do you... I should pin your address, because I'm gonna assume that the person we're looking for lives there as well. So, 901 Gin Towers is our next, stop. Okay, here we are. 9th floor. This is 901. Perfect. No key. Alright, let's knock at the door. Alright, so here's our potential lead. That's not very nice. That would just being flat out rude. Well, it worked for me last time. CL, that's a new fingerprint. I'm guessing our suspect's fingerprint is CL. Let's just check the surveillance for a sec. Okay, this is interesting. Let's print that out for a second here. So, can't really see it in the photo too well, I don't think. But we have a picture here of the it's both Eric and an unknown individual standing in front of their apartment there. And this individual is indeed male, average height, which is pretty much the only information we have to go on here is average height, average build. We don't even know if they're male or not. We didn't know that, but let's try and find out who this individual is. And maybe we can link them up this way. Excuse me! Do you know this person? That's my neighbor. Alright, so let's go run that name through the database. And then from there, we're going to check the fingerprint. More importantly, we're going to see if they live there. And if so, we're going to go and arrest them. Alright, type CL fingerprint. That matches up with the fingerprint found on the door. They do indeed live in 901 Gym Towers. Gym Towers. I'd say it's looking pretty likely that this is our suspect. So let's go ahead and identify him. And now we got to arrest them. Alright, first we're going to disable the security here. Let's take a look out the window here. What's going on with the vents? Do we have vent layout? Really? Not exactly. I mean, this looks somewhat promising. Me? See, what I want to do is I want to get an idea for the suspect's apartment. Okay, this looks very promising. Let's make a left. Okay, we're gonna head up. Yeah, this does indeed loop back over here. Looks like we could be able to get into the suspect's apartment through there, into a closet. We also have access to their bathroom. Okay, so my plan is as follows. I've managed to lock down the floor. I turned off the lights. I've also disabled the security, so they can't go anywhere. We're gonna enter the apartment through the closet now. Oh, crying out loud. Alright, suspect is unconscious. Suspect was knocked out there. Hoping to find the suspect's wallet so I wouldn't have to use the vents again. But it looks like that's not an option, so we're using the vents again. Okay, we made it out of the vents there. The security system just kicked off upstairs. Yeah, I'm not in good shape here. I'm starving. I'm thirsty. Or is that blood? That might be blood. Probably blood. Probably bleeding. It's hard to say. All in all, not my best work for arresting someone, but still not my worst. Alright, let's see if that's correct. In the meantime, I need to purchase a bandage of some kind. There we go. There we are. Where is that thirsty? Have I misread it? Oh, that's thirsty. So that was a waste of a bandage. Alright. Well, there we go. A murder investigation and an arrest made for Sigma Enforcer Division. I'm sure my friends up over there will be quite happy with that, considering they once again have allowed me access to their office. So, there you go. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments below and hit the like button. Also, consider becoming a member to the channel now that that's available to everyone. Alright, what did we get here? Wouldn't be fair to not, you know, go over that. We got a Spartan Insurance. I could probably use that right about now. And what was the other thing we got there? Level 9 we unlocked there. There is a longer grace period with minor trespasses. Okay, well, there you go. Not the most useful, but not the worst.